Well, g'day, another one of my videos coming from Gran Turismo Sport, but this would have to be the worst driving I've ever experienced from another driver. This is the dirtiest driving I have ever seen in all my years on GT Sport. Now it's the guy right behind me, Cooper 2209. So if you see this guy, keep well away from him, and you're going to see why. Going into the first corner at Monza, this is always fun. This is GT4 race, and watch this. But off I go, and I'm actually just showing the race until a certain point. I will actually go through a little bit more of what happened there and what happens up ahead later in the video. So yeah, keep watching because it gets pretty interesting what this guy does. So he's way up ahead. He actually got a little bit of a penalty. I think it's a 2-second penalty for hitting me. So yeah, he was found guilty. I think punting someone off should get higher penalties than what this game's giving, because some of the minor mistakes you get big penalties, and then some of the big penalties you get small penalties. So GT Sport, please fix your penalty system. That's a whole different video. So here we are. This is where it's going to start getting interesting, because this is on lap 1. Now this track and these cars, it's full on fighting in this game, and I've seen some pretty bad driving, but what this guy does is beyond that. This is, the dirtiest of driving I've seen. There he is right ahead of me. He's just done his penalty. Should be more. See, look, I'll get punted off the track and he's still ahead of me. Doesn't make sense. That's just not fair. Anyway, watch what he does now. I'm not sure if he really run that guy off, but watch what he does to cut in car in 11th place. Watch him. Here he goes, wait for it, here it is, blatantly bang, off, just punts him off the track. And we'll have a more detailed look at that as well, because that's what I'm going to be doing with more of these videos, is I'm going to have a closer look at what happens when drivers like this drive like this. Because truthfully, you think that's bad, and I thought that was really bad, dirty driving. Just wait, what he does next is beyond my recognition. I cannot believe this guy does this. So there he is up ahead. I'm just going to keep my distance from him. I just don't trust him. I've seen what he just did to that other guy. And sure that must have been just a retaliation for something, but when I look back it wasn't. Now he's got another bit of a penalty there. He's bumped the car in front and he's cut the corner, so I don't know if he got the penalty, which was for either hitting the car in front or bumping, but it's really hard to tell. And it only happens within a second, but he actually punts this guy in this corner. You can't really see from the replay, unfortunately. I tried, but you can't really see. But that guy disappears, and he then resets back to the track further ahead, behind there, unfortunately. So he's got another penalty. So he's got a 7-second penalty now, and look what he does. He knows he's going to get a penalty, so he slams on the brake. He stops me. He's slowing down. He's trying to. He knows pushing me off the track. That other guy said, "Stuff you, mate," and punted him off the track. He didn't get a penalty for that. Maybe the game knew that this guy. So look at the first corner, first lap, and we'll get back to that other bit after, because that's the end of the race. But I've never seen disgusting driving like that. So he's coming out. I think he's had a little bit of a bump here, and yes, he's gone off the track here. But he looked very carefully. He could have turned left, and then he turned right. He did that on purpose to slow that down a bit more. So yeah, a little bit of a bump there. It was actually a car from behind. Yeah, he's cut across here. But he's actually turned to the left here, so he could have kept turning, but no, he's seen me there and he's turned me right. He's on purpose punted me off. So let's have another look. Here we go, with a bit of a punt, but look carefully, you can see there. He punts me off on purpose. He actually got a penalty for that, 2-second penalty. So there, see, definitely punted me off the track. So we're going down here, and this is from his view now, this next incident. So he's got passed by this guy. Might have got him a little bit upset. But that was just after serving his penalty, and I would say, basically pushed that guy off there. But this is the guy that he punts off, and we're going to have a closer look. From behind, it's so obvious. Let's have a closer look. Bang! He's just punted that guy into the wall. Here we go, slow it down, driving along, and it seems like he just gets the 1-second penalty, I think, for the other guy from before. And here he goes. The miss has gone over. Bang! You're out of the track as well. Here we go again. Punt. That is so obvious. Here we go. Yep. Punt. That is dirty. That's some of the dirtiest driving I've seen in Gran Turismo Sport and the many a time. This guy, I don't know how he's a Class C driver. He should be a Class C and with all the kids. Because here he is, and here he is. This is where he gets penalty. I think he's cut that corner, he's bumped that guy ahead. And so he's got a penalty for that. So now he's got to 5 seconds in penalties for everything that's done so far. I don't know if he got a penalty for punting that other guy off just before, but here we go. And this is where you have to look very carefully, but he definitely hits this guy a bit too hard there, and has obviously sent that guy into Shadow Realm. He's then cut this corner. He's now got 2 more seconds penalty. He's now got 7 seconds penalty. He's going, oh man, now all these guys behind me are just going to drive right past me. So I'm just going to slow down. Here he is, slowing down, braking. When I got right behind him, he just hit the brakes, trying to get me a penalty. And then the other guys just punted him off the track and he spins off. And he rage quits, thank God. Again, here, but just another look at this disgusting driving. I mean, come on. This is the kind of guy that goes and fills up his shopping trolley full of toilet rolls. Look it up if you don't know what I mean by that joke. But yeah, here he goes around, and he's just hit the brakes. He's running me off. The other guy's like, stuff you, mate. He's punted him off. It's like, I think he deserved that. I think he did that on purpose. But of course, I'm the one that's lost 2 places out of all this guy's idiotic driving. Actually, I lost a lot more places from the start of the race as well. So here we are from behind, looking from his view, looking behind him, see him hitting the brakes, and then the other guys just punting him off. Lucky he didn't take me off there. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, what do you think about this really interesting, really dirty tactics this driver. Cooper 2209. Be very careful if you come across this guy on the tracks. He looks pretty dangerous. Anyway, I'm Ian. This is Aussie Tech Gaming. Hope you guys all enjoyed. See you guys later. Bye.